Hi, hi. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use this Angular code generation tool. This tool is helpful for the developers who are having experience in Angular and then in writing the web API applications. And then for that, what the requirements we need to have. Like we need to have an operating system for using this tool, and then we need to have an Visual Studio 2015 because it will be creating an web API project. To compile it and then to run it, we need to have this Visual Studio 2015 or above, and then we need to have this Visual Studio code for running and building and running the Angular TypeScript code, and then SQL Server database. So based on the database schema, this tool works. So we need to have this database schema, and then so once you buy the application once you buy this tool from them, so what are the file contains? It contains one application folder uh, which contains the actual tool, and then the required DLLs etc. for that, and then it contains one theme folder. This is a it's like a template folder which is used by this tool for generating the code. But the thing is, you should not be tampering with this folder because any changes to this will affect the code generation. If you are very familiar and if you know how to use it, maybe you can do some small changes into CSS or some layout changes. Other than that, you should not do much more than that. And then you have another folder called as help folder, which has an help document in HTML format. So let's start using it. How to use it? So as said, the main file contains these folders, and this is another destination folder. This is an empty folder. It's only used for keeping the generated code. Okay, so let's use this. So this is the application. So once I open this application, you can see the help given here, what all the things and how to use it. And then let's use this. So first thing is you need to set the paths. So if you find it out, we have given this theme folder, right? That theme folder needs to be set here. So I'm just setting it to the place where I copied. So this is my theme folder. I'm setting that theme folder, and destination is any folder you can set where the generated code will be copied. Once you set it, you are ready to use. And then let's start creating the project. So first of all, let me give you a small introduction to the database which I had. So I'll be working on this now to show you how to generate. So I have a small database with some 8 tables, that is customers, employees, officers, orders, details, orders, payments, product lines, products. It's a simple products and orders in database where we can place orders and then we can get the payments etc. So it's a simple design, and the requirements for the tables to use this here are every table should have a primary key, and the primary key should always be an integer, and it should be only one. This is the only condition we have, and then we can start working. So we have this database. Okay, let me show you some fields like columns. What columns we have? It's a simple thing. So you can see this is the only primary key and all others are not primary keys. Same thing with all other tables. Okay, so let's start using the application. So I'm just clicking on this, and then I have to give my database connection string. My database connection string is here, so I'm just copying this connection string and providing it here. Done. So once I have clicked it, all the table schema is database schema is coming here. So you can do manage fields here, and if you want to add some conditions, some changes here, you can do it. But you should be careful while doing any changes with the data types or lengths, because based on this the .NET data types will be created, so you should be very careful in using this. And then you can see everything here, and then we can see all for all tables we got like that. And then once we are done with it, first let's see with the menus. Menu is something like in forms, I mean in websites will be having some menus. Under menus we'll be having some few forms, so for that reason we'll be having this menu. Okay, let me add some 3 menus based on the tables. Look, I'll be adding users. I have this orders and products, right? So let me add this products, and then let me use this. Another one is orders. So let me create these 3 menus. And tabs are in a form if there are more fields, more than some 8 fields, automatically a new tab will be created. You can see in a customer form we have more than 8 fields, so by default tab 1, tab 2 with that name the tabs are created. So if you want you can change it, or if you just want to keep it, you can keep it. For time being just leave it like this. For others, I mean employees also have that, but for officers we don't have any tabs. Sorry, we have tabs. Order details we don't have, because the number of fields are less there. So orders also we don't have. Again in products we may have it, because it will have a more number of fields. Yeah, and this is static lookups. Static lookups are nothing but in a combo box, if you want to fill data, static data, so for that we need to have this static lookup. So once we give it, and we will be assigning that in the control type, we need to set it as a combo box, and then we need to give the source. So for that we need to create the static lookups. You can just I'll be title. This is one small static lookup I'm creating, because in employees table we have this job title is there, one of the column we have. In that we are having this, so we'll be assigning that there. So I'm just giving it. So let me add few static lookups here. This key value pairs, so let me add them. And we're giving the same thing, because let me create only small thing, sales representative. Okay, and then in that way we can create many number of static lookups. And dynamic lookups are the same thing for dynamic lookup also, but the only thing is the data which combo box needs to be filled will be coming from other tables, like we can just see. So I'll be giving customers, so you can see. So for customers lookup, so from where we need to get, from which table, so from this table we need to get, and what the key value should be there, and what the value should be there. I mean value is something which is displayed, and key is something which is there in the stored in the database. So I'll be just using this name done. So and then view form is something like it will be showing the list of all the records in some 10 rows per page. So for that we need to have create these things, like okay. So we can say like in view form we need to set like under which menu it's going to come. So this is customers, so let's keep it in the users table, users menu. And then we can say what are the fields which needs to be displayed in the add update form, or in the which are the fields which are needs to be displayed in the grid, because there are more than some 12 fields here, which if you keep all the fields it will be clumsy. So we can remove few of the fields here, so that it will not be displayed in the view form, but it will be displayed in the when you are adding or updating. So I'm just removing it, and then we can say what are the columns which needs to be included in the search. So I'll be just using this, and then what condition, such condition needs to be there. Like for customer number we need to have an equal to condition, and for name we can go with like, right? So this is the thing. So let me use for all this, let me set it out. So menu, let's use it, and in users menu employees also, and then we don't need all this information in the view form. So I'm just okay, let it be like this. Okay, I'm just removing that, and then employee number I'll be keeping include and such, and last name also. And for last name let's keep it as like condition, such condition as like officers. So officers also, we don't need all this information, we don't need all this information to be displayed in the view. So I'm just removing it, and then office code and city I will make it as such. Office code should be equal to condition, city we can keep like. I'm just for demonstration I'm just using this. And then order details, so since there are only few, let us keep all these things. So we will use this number, order number, and then product code. But orders, let's change this menu to orders, and then order number let's keep equal to, and product code also let's keep equal to, and then we'll go with orders. That's so we don't need comments to be displayed there. We need this we need, okay. And then order number is included, and customer also will keep it, customer number also will include that. And then we'll go for payments, we'll keep this payments under products menu, and then we have this customer number, let's include in search, and that's all we can do, okay. And then product lines, let's include this product line. Image, we don't need the image to be displayed, so just we'll keep it like that. And products, I'll be just using this, I don't need product line, vendor, scale, etc. I'll be including this in search, and product name also, and product name I'll be using this like condition, okay. In this, now let's do it for update forms. So let's start from the sum table, okay. So if you see here, automatically all the if you have anything control type, what it needs to be, it will be coming automatically, and then we'll be using it. We have created one static lookup, right, for employees. For job title we created, so let's combo box, and then it's a static lookup, so let's use this job title. Since we did not make any changes to tab, so let's keep it like that. And then this is the validation message, like if it is required or not. If it is required, what validation is message needs to be there. So this is the way it's defaultly will be given, but if you want to change, you can change it. And then order details, we'll go with products orders. We have this orders customer number, so customer number, let's keep that is in combo box, and then we'll assign a dynamic lookup source for it, that is customers. And products also, yeah. So we are done with our settings. I mean, I'm just for demonstration I'm giving small settings here, so we are done with it. So now after doing that, we need to see whether it's validation all are valid or not. You can see all the validation is successful. I mean it checks for the primary keys, whether the primary key is there or not, and whether it's only one or not, and then it checks if there is any menus are properly set or not, etc. So everything is done. So after doing that, let's generate the code. the code is generated, and then it is set it in this place into send destination. It is there. So let's open. You can say this is the code generated. Let's open this. In this, first we have this readme file, so let's open and see what does this readme file say. So it says that the file contains a db.sql, contains the required stored procedures. Okay, let's open. I'm closing this now because we don't need, we are done with it. So I'm just closing this application. I've opened 2 times, so it's there. Okay, so in this readme file it's saying that we need to open this database SQL. Let's see what is there in this. We can see we have this, all the stored procedures needed for here. So we will run this stored procs in the, let's open a new query. So we have successfully run the stored procs, and then what it says, Angular folder contains models. So web API, let's open this web API. Is in this web API web application 1. So let's open this. After opening this, let's see the following command. We need to open this NuGet package, and then we need to run this command here. So I just opened, so I'm just saying restore. My NuGet packages are getting restored. Now I'll be using this command which was given. So it's setting all the it will be installing. So, and then in the web.config file we need to change the database connection string. So my database connection string is this. We need to set the connection string here. Save it. All the packages are getting installed. So it's ready. So let's run the application. Web API folder is getting ready, and then we need to open the Angular. For that we need to open Angular Visual Studio Code. You can see here, without any errors, the application is running there. And then after that we need to point to the theme folder. So view integrated terminal, and then first let's point to the theme folder here, file, open folder, and then it is there in the D and destination Angular theme, select folder. You can see what all these source files we have, etc. Okay, and then view integrated terminal, open the integrated terminal. In that integrated terminal I need to run this following command to get all the ng models, etc. to be installed. So it will take time to get all the required ng models. So in the meantime, let's see what all it created in the web API. So it created a business logic layer. It created DTOs. For each and every table it will be creating DTOs. You can see this here. For every table you will be having DTOs, and then there will be an business logic layer will be created. So for insertion we'll be using this stored proc, and for that we'll be passing these parameters. So everything is created. For updation also done. For deletion for selection and search conditions, we have this select by id, and then we can see what the controllers it created. So these are the controllers. This is http get for get all customers by id, sorry, get customers by id, and then update customer, delete customer, etc. And for all tables the same thing is created, and enable cross also has been set. Okay, let's see how much it was done. Okay, it's still doing it. Yeah, let us see what all the things we have in the app it created. So views, we have used 3 menus. So one is users, one is products, and other is models, orders. So in orders we have orders, order details, and in products we have payments, product lines, and products. And okay, so let's see what all order details we have this, and then services also it will be creating. For each and every table a separate service is created. Communicating, and then we have this app.constants file where we need to, if you see it here, open the app.constant file, and then we need to set the URL. So our URL is this, so let's set this URL. Still downloading the files. Yeah, you can see the ng models are already created. So let's open this and see. If you go here, Angular theme, all node modules got created. So let's run the application. So just I changed the path, I just set the path to it, that's all. I have not done any changes to the web API folder, nor the any changes in the Angular TypeScript. The web API is successfully done. So you can see we created 3 menus: users, orders, and products. So we got it in like that. So let's open and see what the customers. You can see we removed few of the columns there for not showing, but the same thing can be visible here in the update. We can see the, and then we have these tabs, 2 tabs are there, so we got the 2 tabs. And then okay, let us see some search conditions. We used equal to condition here, so we are getting this, but we did not use like condition, so we will be using equal to condition there. So name, let's give some, you can see in name we have given this like condition, so we are getting all the information. And let's add edit and see whether 144 customer, we'll see changing it to some small changes, update. So we changed to CO2, we got it. And then if you want to delete this customer, do you want to delete? Yes. see it was removed. You can search it and see we don't get that one, and then we create a new one like customer number. Test test test. It's a number. Let us see whether it's created or not. You can see here it's created, and then if you found, you can delete it. The same thing for employees also. We use last name for as like condition, so we got that, and then we can see the employee number 56. We got city, we have given like condition, so we are getting that, and then orders. Okay, you can see here in orders we have given a combo box, and then we gave the customer this thing, so you can see here. Okay, we are not having anything there. Okay, you can see that, and then if you see here orders number, automatically the customer number here also it became the this thing. So let's give some order number XYZ 1 2 3. Required date, automatically the date field comes up if it is a date, and we can set it in the controls if you want. See 1 2 3 we just created, so we got it, and then we can remove it. Yeah, and the same thing for products also we have. Thank you.